G'day everyone, welcome to another episode of Catching Up with Kurt, and today I'm joined by Beck Skipper. Beck, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, great to be here.
Well, tell me about your current role at Protech.
Yeah, so currently I'm a workforce officer in diversity and new projects.
Right.
So yeah, I look after all the programs for females, Indigenous and school-based trainees and apprentices.
Now I can hear the accent obviously.
Yes.
Tell me about the transition from the UK to Oz and obviously the build up to your current role.
Yeah, so I left the UK in 2010 with a degree in science. So my intention was to work in clinical research,
Right.
which I did for 5 years in Sydney. We then moved to Townsville because of my partner's job in the army. And I ended up getting into disability employment services,
Yep.
which as a recruitment consultant, and met Protech whilst I was up there, and yeah, managed to transition over after a year and
Very good.
started my career with Protech.
That's a pretty cool story, that one.
Yeah, 2017 I started
2017.
Protech, so 5 years this year.
Beck, take me back to your first role at Protech and to where you are today.
Yep, so I started as a recruitment consultant in Townsville and moved into an account manager role.
Yep.
And then we transitioned again down to Brisbane through my husband's work, where I continued as a account manager. Protech then started up the GTO, and Charlie was looking for GTO champions to help him increase the trainees and apprentices in Brisbane.
Yeah, okay.
So I put my hand up to that because I thought that would be a great opportunity to help people that wanted to develop their skills
Sure.
and enter the workforce, and progressively moved into the GTO there, and all the programs and the interest in diversity, so the females, Indigenous, the school-based,
Yep.
that demand has become bigger and bigger, and I just naturally took on those programs, which led to my new title recently, which was, yeah, Diversity and New Projects.
Very good. Okay, well, tell me what is GTO? What's it stand for, and what's the service?
So GTO is a group training organisation, so we're the legal employer for the trainees and apprentices,
Right.
and we find them posts throughout our clients and engage the ASIN and the RTO, which do the training contracts and run the traineeship with them throughout the year, or 3 to 4 years of the qualification.
Yep.
So we pay them, we mentor and manage them, we help progress their skills, life skills as well throughout,
sure.
throughout their journey, yeah.
Beck, can you tell us what industries does GTO target for trainees and apprentices?
Yep, so we are heavily involved in civil construction, but we do a lot of trades as well. So we've got electrical, mechanical, engineering,
Okay.
and plumbing as well. And we do business admin, laboratory skills. We've got concrete testers. So there's a wide variety of options that we offer, which is great.
That's great. It must be fulfilling to have an influence on a younger person's career, or maybe it's not just younger people, I suppose. Training and apprentices can be any age.
Yeah.
Is it fulfilling? What's
It
rewarding
is.
about it?
I think it's just, yeah, it's challenging because you do get the hurdles
Yep.
with people taking on a new challenge, and there's so many different personalities. I love dealing with people, and
Yeah.
it's just really rewarding to see people change their life from, you can go from a hairdresser to being a civil construction worker,
Yeah.
and people don't believe that they can do it, and when they can, it's just such a great good news story to share with
Sure.
everyone. So
I'm sure there's a pretty important mentoring piece in there
Yeah.
for the candidates as well, to feel like they're supported.
yeah, definitely. I mean, we do monthly visits with them, and they know that they can call me any time of the day or night. So I think that's probably the most rewarding part to the whole thing.
Beck, you're obviously very driven. You've come from the UK, you've moved into different locations, different roles. What's been the key to that success?
I think the move and being away from the family, you toughen up. It took a few years, and there has been hurdles along the way. No doubt I still make mistakes, as everyone does, but I think you've just got to bounce back, and I've definitely got a bit of a feisty personality, and when I want to make something work, I'll make it work. So I think that's why it's been so successful, especially with the programs, because you really need to put your heart and soul into it, and I'm just so passionate about it. I love it.
Can you tell me some of the programs, why they've been successful, and why you have a passion behind those programs?
Yeah, so I'll start with women in construction. So we've been doing that for 7 years with Protech in partnership. This year was the 7th year. We had 20 females from around Queensland flown in for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
so they did 3 weeks of training, and then now they're in the field. So this is their second week in the field now. So after the 4 weeks, we basically decide if they stay on in a traineeship or labour hire, and hopefully they've got a career from there onwards. So it's a great opportunity for them, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously that diversity and for you to be able to provide a new opportunity for females and women in maybe a role that they weren't aware of before or were a little bit uncertain to step into?
Yeah, so the recruitment process took about 6 weeks. It was a long time of us really getting to know why they want to do it. Is it the right role? You know, they might have family commitments or children. How do they work around that to make sure that they can still support their family, be on site at 6 a.m. in the morning, work in the heat, they've never done it before. There's so many factors that make it really challenging. So I think that's what that 3 weeks training down here, we're exposing them to that, you know, being away from home, working outdoors, they had site visits, they jumped on the roller excavator, got to play with the plant. It was really exciting for them, so.
Yeah, for sure. And for Protech and also our clients, they would obviously see plenty of great benefit, and it would be fulfilling and rewarding for not just us as Protech as a brand, but also our clients as well.
Yeah, so because of the success of Protech, we've tried to roll it out with other clients, and it's just been so well accepted. There is a big drive to increase females in the civil construction industry. I think it's at 12%, and they want to try and get to 25%.
Okay.
So we're going to give our biggest contribution as we can towards that. So.
Very good. It probably leads into my next question, final question. What's next in store for Beck Skipper and Protech, I guess?
Yeah, so we are running Indigenous programs at the moment as well. So generally a lot of the civil construction projects will have Indigenous requirements, and so we help support that. School-based trainees. So we did just run another one of those. So there was 10 trainees on the Cross-River Rail, and that was worked with the AITC, the Australian Institute Trade College. And that was an awesome combination of, they did their year 12 at the same time as doing a certificate 2 in civil construction. So they left with 2 qualifications, which was great.
Awesome, very good.
Coming up, we have a pre-apprenticeship program, which will be run this year. There's 60 positions, and that's in civil construction, engineering and mechanical. And that's 12 weeks in a classroom at TAFE, and then they transition to the field, and we get various clients to give them a chance to expose themselves to the real life world of being a trainee or apprentice, and it's targeting that 18 to 21 range, so trying to upskill the youth so for our next generation of skilled workers.
Very good, very good. Well, Beck, you're awesome today. Take a deep breath. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for catching up with Kurt. We'll see you all next time.